When you do give it a chance, there's two things you can do with it, right? You can acknowledge it, men, right? You can accept it, men, or you can admit it, women. The scornful woman, not every woman, but the scornful woman, right? You can either admit it, come to grips with it, and do better. And do better. Welcome back to another episode of Goat-Worthy Reactions, where we mainly like to focus on the goats on this channel. Today we're dealing with Oliver Anthony. This is going to be Scornful Woman. This brother right here, he got soul, man. He got plenty of soul. Richmond, north of Richmond, right? Yeah, that was a banger. I did that on a live not too long ago. The man knows how to deliver a message. I'm going to say that. He knows how to deliver a message, and I know this is going to be a heavy one. I got this direct link from my boy at work. Shout out to my boy Coleman. He sent me this direct through text. He's probably going to watch it, and if he doesn't, I'll send him this link. But yeah, shout out to him. But listen, I'm gonna get right on it. I'm gonna let the song play and I'm gonna break it down afterwards, because I don't really want to interrupt Oliver Anthony, because I want to experience it the way you guys experienced it. I want it to play straight through. If I do pause it, it'll be a quick pause. But I'm gonna try and take it in. So just stick around. The song is 3 minutes. Stick around for 3 minutes, and I'll give you my my opinion or my analysis on the song afterwards. Let's get it though.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one. Well, he grabbed the apple and Adam took a bite.
Talk about it!
All these years later, and the mask still ain't right with a scornful woman. Just asleep so good, didn't have a nightmare. I was busy dreaming, believing he's always gonna be right there. And now the middle of the day is like the middle of the night. And the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right. Scornful woman. Scornful woman.
I feel you, brother. I feel you, brother.
She can have all the money.
Take it, take it.
And they can keep all the fame. I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
His dignity! He just want, boy, yeah, okay. There you go. There you go. There you go. And you know what? I don't mind it, because this is in support. This is in support of my boy. And I don't mind it. I don't mind being emotional for my boy, because he's speaking for me, speaking for many men around the world. He's speaking for a lot of men. I know a lot of men can relate to what he's talking about right now. And the math don't seem right. It never seemed right in the end, but at the end of the day, it seems like the target of what he's trying to get at is the man wants to walk away. Take it, end it already, just end it, so I can walk away with my dignity. That's all I want. To feel human, to feel whole, to feel like a man at the end of the day, right? He spoke about the Adam. He bit it. She was deceived. This is why people don't really understand. This is why they call Jesus Christ the second Adam. Why? Because Adam had an opportunity to save the world. He had an opportunity to obey God. He had an opportunity to not bite the apple, to slap that apple out of freaking Eve's hand and save us all. We were never meant to die. My boy Rich, shout out to my boy Richie from work. He broke this down, and I'm connecting it to this now. We were never meant to die. We are God's favorite creation. We were made to live forever. This was our home. This was our home. And because she let the serpent deceive her and Adam played into it, he didn't lead her the right way because they were the original sinless beings. He, as a sinless human, could have saved us. There wouldn't have been no point of the sacrifice later to come. Second Testament, my boy Jesus Christ pulled up. There wouldn't have been no point of that. But because of that, we have the gospel. Time out real quick though. Eve is still that scornful. She is still being represented in this song right here, the scornful woman, right? Wow, this song is so layered right now, so layered. I just like that he brought that up because the truth is Adam failed. That's the truth. He didn't obey God. With sin came death. Run it back. I gotta hear it one more time, y'all. Don't worry, we're gonna break it down. I gotta hear that one more time. Let's go, Anthony. Let's go, brother. Sing it, bro. Sing it. We here for you.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one. Well, he grabbed the apple and Adam took a bite.
There it goes.
Now all these years later, and the mask still ain't right with a scornful woman.
Women, I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening, women. Even if you're a good woman with a good man, you may be married or with a man who has been through this. So please be quick to patience and slow to anger if you're dealing with a man like this.
I used to sleep so good, didn't have a nightmare. I was busy dreaming, believing he's always gonna be right there. And now the middle of the day
Is he going through a divorce?
is like the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
And the court says 50-50.
Yup.
But the math
Just
don't
seem
seem
right
with a scornful woman. Scornful woman.
And we're dealing with frequencies right now. That's why we got the violin. That's why we got the electric guitar. Why? Because we're dealing with frequencies. Because frequencies really control the emotional depth when it comes to connecting to music. There's certain instruments that heighten the emotion, which only bring you back to connecting to the message and the music itself a lot stronger than if it would have been many drums and this and that and different instruments or beats or even computerized beats. If it was something like that, it'd be hard to connect to it. So what the music is doing, it's allowing those, because the people who relate to this and can actually have who actually have stake in what he's talking about. They know exactly what he's talking about. Who can relate, who can resonate with this. They don't need the music to resonate with this. The words itself will fall in their ears, and they will accept, and they will feel, and they will cry. But the music, it's revolved around a certain type of frequency that allows everyone in. It makes everyone, if you're a lover of music, it makes everyone give the song a chance. In return, gives everyone give the message a chance. Now, when you do give it a chance, there's two things you can do with it, right? You can acknowledge it, men, right? You can accept it, men, or you can admit it, women. The scornful woman, not every woman, but the scornful woman, right? You can either admit it, come to grips with it, and do better, That's the purpose of the violin. I gotta read about Al Anthony's story after this. I know this is. We know this is real. I gotta read about it.
But she can have all the money.
Take it.
And they can keep all the fame. I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
house down. Burn it. Nobody's gonna have it. Yo, can I just say that I've actually never heard anyone describe what that feeling is like to into words like that. That was the description you were looking for if you were wondering, if you care to wonder about what men feel. If you care to wonder, that was the description, and I would never try to paint it as anything else. Scornful Woman, to me, this record this is like a psalm for the forgotten man. You know, this song isn't just about a bitter ex. Oh hell no! It's about this is about the funeral of masculinity, right? In a world that asks men to sacrifice everything only to be mocked when they finally bleed, right? So let's talk about the melody of when we was dealing with these frequencies. Behind the melody, this is like a man's silent trial. So from the opening line, okay, so from the opening strum, sing Scornful Woman. Feels like almost like what? A confession that no one allowed the man to make in court, in therapy, or even amongst his friends. Like we do it to each other sometimes. So it's not really about a breakup. Nah, this is a court mandated exile almost. And it's like, it's not a heartbreak. It's a state-sanctioned humiliation. This is what I'm not over-exaggerating right now. I'm not using words to overhype the purpose of what he's doing right now. Oliver Anthony sings like a man who did everything right? He showed up, he provided, he tried to build something real, and for that he was penalized. He was emotionally and financially, and the court says, what did he say? I got the lyrics pulled up here too. I ain't playing today. Well, he said the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right. Let's pause right here. Because that line right there in itself is a dagger to the side of every man who ever walked out of a courtroom and felt less than human, right? And felt more like a wallet. So in theory, equality. In reality, possession seized, children weaponized, reputation assassinated, and still to be told, man up and keep quiet, right? So meanwhile, society's clapping for her healing while he bleeds in silence. So he said she can have all the money. I just want a break from the pain. That's how he ended. That was the last line, right? So this is where men feel. This is where men feel it deep in their chest, because he's not begging to keep the house. Burn that mother down. You can have it, right? He's not fighting for his name on the bank account. He just wants a moment to breathe, to stop crying in the shower or maybe possibly the driveway like I have in the past, right? To stop pretending like he's okay at work amongst other men, to stop feeling like a criminal when he's vulnerable. This is not even about the women. This is actually an unseen system that we fail to acknowledge. It's not just her. It's actually everything that revolves around society, right? This song, let me pull the lyrics up. His description was more beautiful than anything I've ever heard. I ain't gonna lie. And I know he's singing about his pain, but brother, the pain is beautiful. I can resonate with it. I know millions of men will. And just understand that you're being heard right now. You're being heard. This song isn't just about a woman, fellas. Pay attention. Women, pay attention. It's about a legal system, right? A legal system that treats men, or forget that treats fathers like intruders in their children's lives. A media culture that paints men as predators by default. So we're guilty until proven innocent. It's a society that celebrates the woman victimhood but mocks the male despair. Isn't that ironic, right? And most bitterly, it's a generation of men. This is what I hate the most. It's a generation of men because we create this system. It's a generation, just like Adam created it back in the day, just how Adam was the one who was faulted for what we're living through today. Men create this by what? Attacking in this way, they attack other men, right? Just for clout or just for some hollow illusion for female approval. I can't stand it. You see it everywhere. Men just cowering for affection, parading slogans they don't really believe in, right? Publicly shaming other men just so they can feel accepted. This is what we call a simp. These are simps, right? These are simps not because they're weak though. No, it's because actually the system rewards the neutered version of the real thing, while the real man representing real manhood gets punished for it. Huh? You with me right now? This is a real thing. I experienced it. I know many men. I know many men in this world experienced it. I know many men experienced the whole child support thing. I got a close friend who went through all of that, and he came out on top. But it went through hell. He lost thousands of dollars. Right? He lost so much money. But he reached a point. He went to 10 years of it. He went through 10 years of it, and now he's happy. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for you, brother. You know who you are, right? So now, scornful woman. Ladies, this is not misogyny, right? This is not an attack on you. This is mourning for men, right? This is not an anthem of hate. No, it's a eulogy, right? It's a man, just as a man staring at the ashes of everything he thought love was. No screaming, no threats, just a tired voice in the snow. That's what Oliver Anthony was. You won, you got it all, but do you even care what you've broken, right? The song is for men who were never heard. The man who paid all his child support but was still called the deadbeat, right? The man who lost his kids because mom cried better on the stand, right? I know women are feeling uncomfortable right now. The man who worked, or better yet, the man who worked overtime but then was called emotionally unavailable. Like, how do you think we're making this possible? How do you think this lifestyle is even possible without me putting in that time, putting in that work? The man who stayed loyal while being slowly emasculated. The man who was told, real men don't complain, until he did. And then when he did, he was told, grow up, stop complaining, and man up. And you know what? For the women who are willing to listen, God bless your hearts, God bless your ears. For the women who are willing to listen, just understand, women, this is not, because you may be with that type of man today. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be quick to patience and slow to anger when dealing with this kind of man, because this isn't an attack. This is an appeal, right? If you ever wondered why some men are emotionally closed off, or they just don't talk, or why we seem guarded, or whatever. This song is the answer. I've never heard something described in such beautiful words that can actually be delivered fairly. I think he was very fair in the deliverance of this music, right? Not because, but understand that when he goes through these guarded situations, it's not because he lacks love, but because when he gave it once, it cost him everything, eternally, right? Until you get to a point where you give in, you walk away with just your dignity and your name. And you do what after that? You go and search for love again. This is the type of life. This is the type of life some men live through. I want to say some men. A lot of men go through this. So Scornful Woman is not just a story of one man and one woman. If that's what you got out of it, then you missed the point. You missed the point, because the story is of a generation of men who are just fed up of being functional until they're discarded, tough until they're traumatized, invincible, and then once they serve their purpose, they're nothing. Oliver Anthony gave those men a voice, and that's a lot of voices out there, man. There's a lot of people that wanted to be heard. So this isn't to bash women. Again, this isn't to bash women. That's my disclaimer, because they say men don't love deeply. That's what they tell you, right? But the truth is, men are the real romantics of this world, right? A good man doesn't even love a woman for what she does, her success, her status, or whatever the case may be. Money, she can have nothing. She can work at Taco Bell. She can work at McDonald's. It doesn't matter. He loves her for who she is. Even if she's broke, it doesn't matter. Or even if she's scorned, right? He will still see her value, and he would still see her potential and lift her beyond what she possibly thought was possible, right? So he'll love her fully. A good man's gonna love her fully, build a life around her, retire her from labor if possible, right? And give her the space to shine as God intended, as God created her to be. So she cannot play that role, but she can be that role. And one day, hopefully, right, one day, 50 years from now, she'll sit at a family reunion surrounded by children, grandchildren, and, the whole family out there, everybody's happy, ha, ha, ha. And then she could look at her man and understand what they built together because she took that sacrifice, right? So she won't be thinking about the career she could have chased, the dreams that she had. She won't be thinking about that, because you know what? Life is about sacrifices, and Jesus Christ proved that once and for all for us. So we should never forget that. That is the ultimate sacrifice we should never forget. Anytime we're struggling with sacrifice, we need to think of Christ. You know what I'm saying? If you're following me right now. If you're not following me, you might be confused. But if a dream, let's put it like this, if a dream or a career job is the price that she had to pay for love and family, then it wasn't a loss. It was the greatest honor of all. So I want to remind the world, men feel deeply too. And by the time you finally care to ask, it's too late. That's why we make up these statistical numbers. So if you were wondering, this song is the answer. Oliver Anthony, this is a masterpiece. And the fact that we all had to take this in, accept it, love it at his expense is what the man continues to do in this world. And we do it with pride. We sacrifice with pride, knowing that we're going to provide and knowing that we're going to fulfill. And a lot of us do it because it's God's will.
I'm feeling like a black Republican in a corrupt government. It's time I bring the map to the hood. I'm not judging them. Anytime that I'm back in the hood, these race hustlers are never screaming for black lives in our circumferences. Black Republican, cause I won't succumb to them. Refuse to be a puppet, I broke the woke covenant. Lack the love, they want the government to mother them. Then lock us up so they no fathers here to humble sons. Raised in that place where the hope was thin, where they pack us trauma tight just to cope through it. See, they sell you victimhood, that's how they coach you in. But Jesus sacrificed the goat for you to cope through sin. But I don't vote for the man, I vote for the plan. Policies over politicians, hope you understand. I was liberal in the mind and now I'm literal with the land. And if you ain't with that light, then you brittle in the sand. Slick talk on the left, but it's just rituals and scams. They sell you gender wars and then they ditch you in the land. Never fixed up the famine, never stitched up the pain. Just replaced the black father with the check in the brand. Said that I'm conservative, I guess that means I'm